Is there a secret to looking young? Well, one way you could at least stave off aging is by making sure you ingest plenty of one particular vitamin. It's never a great feeling when someone you know tells you that you're looking older now than when they last saw you. Pleasantries aside, most of us might already be doing something to try and slow down aging. Whether it involves a healthy and balanced diet, regular exercise, skin products that target fine lines and wrinkles, or abstaining from alcohol and smoking.
Oh, madam, you look younger every day.
Thank you, Rose.
It turns out that many folks are lacking a particular vitamin, the absence of which could be accelerating the aging process, and that's vitamin D. It has to do with the way this vitamin affects your genes. A lot can be unraveled by studying epigenetics, or the ways in which your behavior or environment could be influencing your genetic makeup, and your biological age is one of them.
This means that people are actually much more powerful than they thought they were.
In fact, your biological age might actually be quite different from your chronological age. Vitamin D deficiency can cause you to age faster biologically. According to Rhonda Patrick, a cell biologist and co-founder of FoundMyFitness, the way vitamin D affects your genes comes down to your chromosomes. Chromosomes are protected from DNA damage by something called telomeres, kind of like the way shoelaces are protected from fraying by the plastic tips at the end. Patrick explained, 2 epidemiological studies on twins found that those individuals with the lowest levels of vitamin D also had the shortest telomeres, and this telomere shortening correlated to 5 years of biological aging. Shorter telomeres have been linked with aging and chronic illness. You know how older people tend to look thinner, have weaker grip strength, experience more exhaustion, and have lower levels of activity, including slower walking speeds? There's some science to support the theory that not getting sufficient vitamin D could cause someone to become more fragile more quickly. A 2020 study published in the journal Nutrients was performed on mice. The results show that low levels of vitamin D could cause someone to become frail. Granted, this is an area that has to be tested more expansively and on humans, but the first author of the study, Kenneth L. Seldine, told Medical News Today, "We found that in aged mice, low levels of vitamin D resulted in physical declines, such as reduced grip strength and grip endurance, the ability to sustain a grip, and that they started developing as soon as 1 month after reduction of vitamin D intake." Interestingly, the study also found that consuming more than what's recommended, what's known as hypersufficient intake, is what contributed to less frailty. But what does this mean for vitamin D intake? Just how much should we be consuming to avoid vitamin D deficiency? Well, the answer is definitely not one size fits all. The recommended daily intake by the National Academy of Medicine is 600 international units, or IU, for people aged 19 to 70, and 800 IU for those over 70 years of age. IU is the pharmacological system used to quantify vitamins, hormones, and toxins. According to Columbia University Irving Medical Center's Dr. John Bilezikian, you might be at your lowest vitamin D levels during the winter months. We get a considerable amount of our vitamin D when our skin produces it upon exposure to UVB radiation. This ability declines as we age, and of course, sun exposure is a double-edged sword.
Fraser, a sunburn?
No, I'm doing my impression of a blood blister.
Overexposure to the sun and exposure without adequate sun protection like sunscreen, hats, etc. have also been linked to older-looking skin. A more sustainable and safe way to approach vitamin D intake is to focus on your diet. Foods rich in vitamin D include fish like salmon, mackerel, swordfish, trout, and sardines, vitamin D-fortified plant-based and dairy milks and yogurts, fortified cereals, mushrooms, eggs, and beef liver. You may want to think about supplementing, especially during the winter, but meet with your healthcare provider and have your vitamin D levels tested before doing so. As scientist João Pedro de Magalhães told Business Insider, you have to find that balance between enjoying life and living healthy that will allow you statistically, in all likelihood, to live longer.